Welcome to the video on the separation of iodine from iodide. Aqueous solutions of lead-2 nitrate and potassium iodide are both clear colorless solutions. When aqueous lead-2 nitrate is added to aqueous potassium iodide, the solution becomes cloudy and yellow in color. This is due to the formation of insoluble lead-2 iodide. This can be used as a test for the presence of iodide in the solution. Pure iodine is a purplish solid. Iodine is slightly soluble in water. When iodine is dissolved in aqueous potassium iodide, it gives an orange-colored solution. This solution now contains both iodine and iodide. Multiple extractions are going to be done to separate the iodine from the iodide. The aqueous solution containing iodine and iodine is poured into a separatory funnel. Paint thinner is a colorless liquid. It is a mixture of organic solvents. Iodine is more soluble in paint thinner than it is in water. Paint thinner is added to the separatory funnel. Paint thinner is immiscible with water, and since the density of paint thinner is less than water, the paint thinner forms a colorless second layer on top of the orangish aqueous layer. Since iodine is more soluble in paint thinner than water, when the contents of the separatory funnel are mixed, the iodine will move from the aqueous layer into the paint thinner layer. The aqueous layer went from orange to paler orange color. This shows that some of the iodine left the aqueous layer. The paint thin layer went from colorless to dark purple. This shows that the iodine went into the paint thinner layer. The aqueous layer is drained from the separatory funnel into a beaker. The aqueous layer is still fairly orangish. This is because there is still a fair bit of iodine present in the solution. The paint thinner layer is poured out of the top of the separatory funnel into a beaker. To remove more of the iodine from the aqueous solution, a second extraction is done. The aqueous layer from the first extraction is poured back into the separatory funnel. A A clean sample of paint thinner is added to the separatory funnel. When the contents of the separatory funnel are mixed, more of the iodine will move from the aqueous layer into the paint thinner layer. The paint thinner becomes purple, but not as dark a purple as after the first extraction. This means that the concentration of iodine is less than after the first extraction. The aqueous layer is significantly pale in color, indicating that it contains less iodine. Additional extractions can be done to get more of the iodine out of the aqueous layer. The aqueous layer after the second extraction is poured back into the separatory funnel. A clean sample of paint thinner is added. The separatory funnel is shaken. The layers are separated. Notice how much lighter the colors are. This means most of the iodine has been separated. A fourth extraction is done. The aqueous layer after the third extraction is poured back into the separatory funnel. A clean sample of paint thinner is added. The separatory funnel is shaken. Notice how much lighter the colors are. Since the aqueous layer is nearly colorless, almost all the iodine has removed from it. The layers are separated. Each successive extraction will result in a paler paint thinner layer. This indicates that less iodine has gone into the paint thinner layer. Compare the color of the initial solution containing iodine and iodide with the aqueous layer after the fourth extraction. This shows that essentially all the iodine has been removed from the solution and is now in the paint thinner solutions. The aqueous layer after the fourth extraction is tested for the presence of iodide by adding lead-2 nitrate. The solution turned cloudy and yellow. This shows that the iodide is still in the aqueous layer. Since the iodine is in the paint thinner solutions and the iodide is in the aqueous solution, the iodine was successfully separated from the iodide. Thank you for watching the video on the separation of iodine from iodide.